Hello everybody, this is Spirelli and welcome to Disco Elysium. I actually left myself a little note, a little post-it, like a physical note here, where it says read books. So, what's that? A board game. A civilization building board game where you get to choose a nation set off to colonize and exploit other cultures. Ah, yes. There are actually other types of games that could exist, but oh boy, is this regularly a board game topic. A star-shaped note in the box proclaims the game now includes a completely new genocide option. Cool.
In your hands, you hold a brand new copy of the game, Suzerainty. It's snugly wrapped in a skin of plastic.
Oh, open it, and then you get to plug all the things out.
The cover features a charming illustration depicting a mass of grinning laborers loading goods onto a ship, while a richly dressed administrator oversees their work.
How else should it be?
The exact location and time period are left deliberately vague, but it's clearly meant to represent the economic relationship between the Revacholian suzerainty and its many vassals.
Shake the box.
The box has a nice heft to it. You hear the rattle of individual wooden tokens and feel their weight shifting back and forth.
Nice. Nice.
Even before you open it, you can tell that this will be a meaty game of grand strategy and complex player interactions.
I thought it was a family game, and those are usually slightly less strategic. God, am I too much into board games? If I get excited by the fact that now my character in this video game is gonna unpack a new board game. And just to answer that question myself, I don't think you can ever be too much into something. Find your passion, have your passion, follow your passion, and, be happy. So no, I'm exactly the right amount into board games. Remove the plastic wrap.
The plastic wrap rips off as easily as a bodice in a tawdry historical romance.
Yeah. It's a well-made game, isn't it? Open the box.
There's a hiss as the lid slides off. Inside, you find a thick, full-color rulebook and more than a dozen pouches of various wooden components.
Ooh. Good quality wooden components.
Savor that new board game smell.
Yeah.
A mix of wood, paper, and ink, all wrapped in the sweet must of cardboard.
Yeah. Read the rulebook.
Welcome to Suzerainty, a game of economic strategy for the whole family. The rulebook is sumptuously illustrated and thick as a Gradian novel.
Then it's really not a family game. I mean, not by the Game of the Year standards.
The instructions are opaque at first and introduce many concepts you're not familiar with. Fortunately, there are many diagrams and examples throughout.
Okay.
You soon figure out the basic conceit. Each player represents an administrator for the suzerain of Revachol. Your objective is to increase the suzerain's wealth and renown by accumulating victory points.
How do you accumulate victory points?
That's where the suzerain's vassals come in. The game features 4 vassal nations, each one home to an economically important resource.
Okay.
Each turn, the player collects resources from vassals where they've placed workers. They may then rearrange their workers, fulfill contracts for coin and bonuses, or build structures back in Revachol. As you leaf through the pages, your eye catches on a sidebar labeled Advice for Beginners.
Read the advice.
Remember, there are many paths to victory in Suzerainty, but successful players will find one strategy and commit to it wholeheartedly.
Okay.
Boring, boring, boring. Tear up this rulebook and commit some old-school atrocities.
Now, how is the winner determined?
The actual scoring system appears infinitely complex, with a series of tables and appendices required to compute each player's final victory point total. You skip that part for now.
Okay, examine the components.
You open up a number of pouches containing wooden tokens. There are also several punch boards with other cardboard components that will need to be
Yes.
punched out before you can play.
Let's do that. Punch out the cardboard pieces one by one.
Each cardboard token makes a satisfying tsk as you pop it out. Soon, a neat pile of cardboard coins and counters has accumulated before you.
Eyes, check out the wooden tokens.
In addition to the worker and building tokens used by each player, there are also several piles of colorful resource tokens, each representing one of the game's 4 principal resources.
What are they?
From the Empire of Safre, orange apricot tokens. From Ilmarat, the ancestral name of Ilmara, grey marble block tokens. From the Seminine Islands, white sacks of sugar tokens. And from Supramuindi and Sarah Maritza, magenta tokens for unprocessed cocaine leaves.
Put the components away.
It's a shame there's no one for you to play with.
Can I play this with Kim?
You hold the open game box before you.
I gotta try and take it out when I'm with Kim. The man from Yalmdal. The devil woman.
The edges of the pages are worn and smudged. A lot of people have read about the devil woman's altercations with the Helmdal man.
Look at the book cover. Back cover.
The jacket copy proclaims, "Man from Helmdal returns in his most exciting adventure yet. After crashing into a strange jungle, cannibalistic natives abduct his only surviving comrade, Noble Tiribold. Before Man from Helmdal can mount a rescue, he is ambushed by a tribe of female warriors and taken to the ancient citadel of Cloud City, where a mysterious and wicked queen rules supreme. Will Man from Helmdal be able to escape his dire situation and find his missing friend?"
Time to flip through the book.
You open the book to a random page. Man from Helmdal, wielding his 2 Zweihanders, is carving
Zweihander.
through a sea of savages, his visage fixed in grim determination.
I did not know that Zweihander is also a word that's, used in English.
His arms, whirling like windmills, are soaked with the blood of his enemies. Mangled corpses litter the battlefield. Good God, this is some retrograde stuff. When was this shit written?
Oh wow, you don't like it?
You flip to the copyright page. This book was written in 38.
Let's give this a chance.
Berserker rage burns in his
He is.
azure-hued eyes as he brings glory and honor to his long-lost Helmdala tribe. From the village of Helmdal,
Sorry.
the ivory giant roars like an ice bear, and the winds of Gatla howl out his name.
Okay, I got it. No need to read further for now because I got other things to do.
The edges of the pages are...
Okay, we'll read you later. Hey there.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another track from a cigarette.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds.
I got your hint, found the key right under that stone.
Beautiful.
As he looks at you, something sparkles in his eyes.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
That's what I'm aiming for, yes.
Beautiful.
A nearby street lamp casts shadow on his chin, drawing out the slender cheekbone.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
By the way, I'm really digging your view here.
Mm-hmm. That's why I chose this place. Martinez is special, isn't it?
Yeah. Why would I want to meet your friend?
Trust me. You do.
Okay, very well, I'll talk to him. But first I want to talk to you. I have so many questions.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
Okay.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark and the neighboring windows have lit up one by one. Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush.
Besides, I've got to run.
Why? You just popped up here.
Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
But I just found you again.
Just look at it. It's a beautiful night. Who's going to stay in on a night like this?
Only if you promise they will talk again. It's important.
We'll talk. Just not tonight.
Sure.
Take care, alright?
Bye-bye. Yes.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
In we go. Talk to that Sunday friend, whatever that's meaning. Like, I don't get what he's talking about. I don't get what's happening, but hey. Ooh. Let's look at a quarterly business magazine. Hey there, just an empty ashtray. Just gotta look at the flat first. I'll be with you in a second. Dish soaked up in a pot. Flyers for underground parties. Dates for open lectures at a local university. What's this? Zamoran colonial hat. An exquisite canopy bed made of metal. Ooh, party dragon silk robe. Expensive man perfume linger in the air. Not photo of the same apartment, dated year 01. I just got to Yep. Well, hello there. This is my outfit. What I'm going with. I have so much drama right now. Exposure. Maybe a bit more reaction speed. Yeah. Kind of random what I'm leveling up with, I know, but... Buckets of paint on a layer of old newspapers. Here we go. Let's talk to him.
You have acquired the hat. Keep it, officer. It looks good on you.
What about the outfit? Come on.
His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man who knows the importance of appearances.
As do I. Have you looked at me?
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
Hanging? What a drag. He seems like a cultured gentleman. You should ask him about the finer things.
Yeah, before we go on, I have to talk about this beautiful silk robe.
Oh, we got it from an atelier in the East Delta Commerce Center. Personally, I think it's a little culturally insensitive, but the material is great. Sadly, the shop is now out of business. That's really all I can tell you about it.
Okay. You actually witnessed the lynching?
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Start from the beginning, if you don't mind.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
Meaning it was terrifying?
No. I mean, it was so strange. I could barely believe what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Who are they? Can you describe them?
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very Martinez. Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanities.
How many of them were there?
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
Sound familiar? That matches the prints you observed at the scene.
Were any of them huge, like 200 kilograms huge?
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell.
What happened next?
I went back inside.
Yes, back inside. Keep yourself safe from the killing.
Wait, so you didn't actually see the lynching happen?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Were they men? Women?
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
That doesn't quite comport with what you know. Don't forget the lady driver.
Are you sure at least one of them wasn't a woman?
It's possible, officer, but I cannot say with certainty. It was very dark, you must remember.
What ethnicity were they?
I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent.
What happened next?
Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What do you mean nothing happened? They lynched a guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
You're right, that does seem strange.
I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
Can you at least tell me when it happened?
All I can say is that it was late.
Let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, did you?
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
Those are all my questions. Thanks for your time.
Of course, anything I can do to assist the RCM.
Can you tell me about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What are you doing in his apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
What view? It's dark outside.
Listen,
A baby is crying in the neighboring apartment.
Someone's baby is crying.
no, listen. The Insulindian Bay.
What about it?
This place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the million real view stays. You can't take that away.
Oh, I was asking about your friend.
My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee.
A busy bee? What an odd choice of words.
You still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry. Who?
Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about him.
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
Okay, fine, but what's his real name?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
So all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts.
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
As though you weren't envious enough of the boy as is.
Which arts?
He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
How did the two of you even become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Isola? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
What are you talking about? No one becomes friends that way.
Au contraire, it's how millions of people end up where they are, meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here, and my friend too.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of EPIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
What's this EPIS thing you keep talking about?
EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. Nothing but kilograms and centimeters as far as the eye can see.
God, yes. Sweet standardization. The backbone of rationality and commerce.
It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the Moral Intern feels emboldened by this success. Emboldened to take EPIS to the next level.
Okay, but like, what does it stand for?
Why, it stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern as a whole.
No, what does the letter stand for?
It's been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far. We are very excited to take it to the next level.
You don't even hear the words I'm saying, do you?
A supranational political alliance. The United States of Occident.
Is it going to be like this place here?
You mean Revachol? No, it's going to have transparent democracy.
Is Revachol going to be part of EPIS?
It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure.
Except that candidate members never become full members, do they?
Didn't you say that candidate members never become real members?
No, candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time and evaluation. But we were talking about my friend here, not politics.
Okay, it's something else in mind.
I'm all ears, officer.
What's an official like you doing in matinees?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, but what are you doing here in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
So you're some kind of bureaucrat?
Yes, as I said before, I'm a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Intern.
Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there? Or maybe there is. God, it's impossible to understand whether someone from the Moral Intern is joking or not.
What is this international community?
La Communauté Internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
And what do I call the coalition?
Your employer, technically speaking.
Okay.
The governing authority of Revachol. The RCM is but one part of this provisional administration.
What is the price stabilité?
It is the most important thing.
It doesn't tell me anything.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
How does this benefit us exactly?
Take your daily bread, for example. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Low 2% of what?
But not too far below, no. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my questions at all.
The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Yeah, sure, give me a leaflet.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the Moral Intern. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist.
Why am I talking about all of this?
But I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the Moral Intern's commitment to transparency.
Okay, I've heard about this Moral Intern before, but I want to know more.
It's the International Organization for Moralists. Hence, Moralist International. the Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the Coalition.
Are you a moralist?
But of course.
Am I a moralist?
Well, do you value freedom? Do you believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values?
Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable to me.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
What about the rest of Revachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
He gives you an approving look. Moralism is the ideology of foreign occupiers. Revachol must be governed by Revacholians.
Your full autonomy is important, I agree. But it's an ongoing process. Nothing happens overnight. Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Yeah, tell me more about Sur-la-Clef.
What's there to say? Sur-la-Clé is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS. Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
Darlings? That can't be an official designation.
What makes Revachol Sur-la-Clé's darling?
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur-la-Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
Jamrock and other parts of the international zone have been mercifully spared of Sur-la-Clé's love for meatballs and mashed potatoes.
Okay, enough business. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you wish, officer.
I think that was it all.
A moment, officer.
Okay.
Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Well, why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
That's not the real reason he's so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in underprivileged young men's apartments in the middle of the night.
Thanks for the head up, but my work here is done.
Of course. I'm glad I could help.
You didn't really help that much, to be honest.
Fairweather T500.
Not complete.
Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or, if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt. Or, personal favorite, frequency something radio weapon? None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T500 on it, because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you.
Yay! Well, that's a great solution. Actually, just shoot the pieces that don't have armor on them. But it does give me hand-eye coordination. Take it. Yeah, I'm good here. I'm about. I think I shall be calling it a night. Not the video, just in game. And can I? How do I? Like fast travel, but I'm not entirely sure how it works. Because I have fast traveled before. Yeah, I just want to go to bed and get my Kim back. Oh my god, how many videos do we have without him? Much time. I mean, day has passed. I felt like it was holding me back so much. Just miss my Kim. Need to show him the new corpse. I need to go talk to Joyce. Right. I don't want to walk all the way there. Should work at some point. Like then, like something would pop up where it says you are here, and then you could travel to somewhere else, right? You need to be in a specific spot. Yes. Yes, okay. Fisherman shack. That's where I sleep. Right there.
The old woman still sits in her chair, continuing with her chores. As she does so, she quietly hums to herself. The buzz of electric lights blends together with the slow rumble of the ocean waves at night. There's a gap where the name of that song should be. You should ask her about it right now.
You still up?
Yes, I can't really sleep anymore. Only a few hours a night. It happens when you grow older.
Slushes the water in a bucket around for a bit.
My suggestion is don't. Don't grow any older than you already are. That's old enough. What's troubling your mind?
What's the song you're humming?
A lullaby my mother used to sing. I sang it to my kids too. It's an old Samaran children's song.
What's it called?
Surrender to the night.
That's kind of grim for a children's song, even if it is a lullaby.
Sounds nice.
Yes, it does.
What's in this fishing village?
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
What do you mean?
This is pretty much a non-place. A gap. A blank spot on the map. Just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
This place is pornographically poor.
The lack of wealth is the one thing we've got in abundance.
It's a cold, cynical smile.
That's what I thought.
Then all's not lost. As you can see, even in pornographic poverty, people make do. At least those who remain.
He felt silent and turns to look over her shoulder. They're looking for someone.
There's nobody there.
Who else lives in this village?
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east, but they are away right now. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
I met Lillian and her kids already.
Lillian is tough. Tougher than the men here, at least. If it wasn't for her and the kids, this place wouldn't have a spark of life left.
I think I also met the trunks.
I'm sure you did. Nature keeps them in rotation. A new face pops up every now and an old one disappears and is forgotten. This is who we are.
Their way to make a little money around here.
Here, for you, no officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about.
Under carts, boats, in little boxes. It's not hard to find.
There's gotta be something here. Tell me.
Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox.
Fox, what's that?
An old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinderblock houses, shacks as far as the eye can see.
What happened to the hospital?
The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now.
Alright, there's another topic I'd like to address.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
What's further down the coast?
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even.
Why is it abandoned?
Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then. The ecclesiastics have tried to get things going there, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
That is on down coast.
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty.
Which is it then, apartments or electrical plant?
I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the war. I wasn't here then, you know. Was born in Samara.
Anything else of note?
Of note? The old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed.
Would want to come to a fish market here.
No one. That's why it's closed. It was once a bustling place, back when I was young, and so was everyone else. Now, what catch we do bring in goes straight into a lorry for the Delta or somewhere else.
That's it, there's got to be more along the coast.
What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End. Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible. And now you know everything there is to know about this coast.
Ah, do you know anything about a lost jacket?
What do you want with a lost jacket?
There's honor in retrieving lost things.
Aye. Laundry fetchers are some of the most honorable people I know. Are you getting a reward for it at least?
No.
What? You're fetching someone's missing laundry free of charge? Do you not have anything better to do?
I just need to be needed.
None of my business, either way. How you spend your hours is up to you. Anyhow, you might ask Lillian if she's seen anything lately. That girl's got a way of attracting lost and broken things.
Will do. And tell me about yourself. Who exactly are you here?
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie. Now it's your turn, Mr.
Lieutenant Double Gefrader Harrier Dubois.
Quite a handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double.
Yeah. Well, goodbye, I'm off. Okay. Lily's here, right? Store's closed for today. Time to hook the kids' car. Bit late. Okay. Time for me to go
It's
to
getting
bed.
late and it's snowing. Time to call it a day.
Enter the shack. Hey! Sleeping free of rent, so putting all my games into bugs and board games! Ah. And look into the mirror.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it.
How much electrochemistry? Yeah. Come on. Any more electrochemistry? There's got to be a way to sell some of these. Oh, way too many. Is that it? Got some of here. There. Yep. Good as it gets.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face.
Let's try and
You're
do
still
it.
not accustomed to it.
Attempt to stop the expression from happening.
It's like something snaps in you. A nerve ending. A thought. A sadness. Your face in the mirror is suddenly clean of the layer that had distorted it for God knows how long.
My portrait changed now.
Just like that, it's over. The running gag that your life had become. A sad old man looks back at you.
No, undo it. Undo it. I want my smile back. Smile again.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough...
Already did this. Okay.
The bed
Time
is
for
comforting,
bed.
if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
I want my smile back. Go to sleep. At least now I'll be getting my
Across
skin
the
back.
room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street. Recorded in you forever on ferrotape.
Spinning in eternity.
On and on it goes for untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising, rising. Above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars. Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
Rain. The snow. I don't want to. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images. You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent, picking up litter and old newspapers, collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless, meaningless keepsakes. Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
That's right. I am an agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man? Solving your little crossword puzzles, doing your tasks, crossing names off lists, trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
Why?
'Cause only love can break your heart.
Feel the pillow under you.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time.
I will open my eyes. want to smile back, please. I need to save again.
On the table, you see a bowl of water.
Apparently not. That's it. I hope everybody can see that one-time saving is all you need, and then you'll be saved forever. Oh. 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 Good morning to you. Yes. Wonderful. You're back. I stopped smiling. A lot has happened. And I'm gonna need all of next episode to catch you up on things. But yay! We're together again. Next episode will just be the Kim episode of episodes. So thank you so much for watching. I'll be back soon with more. And so much of Kim.